Okay, so we welcome all of you for this Kartik workshop. So it's going to be a 5-day, 5-session workshop. It's going to be every Sunday for kids about 10 years. And at the end of these 5 sessions, at least for all the new kids who've joined, you are going to have an amazing experience. So trust me, the perspective which you had earlier and the perspective that you're going to have after these 5 sessions, it's going to be completely different. Okay, so it's going to be fun, it's going to be interactive, it's going to be a lot of audio visual things also that we are going to see. And yes, I'm sure you're going to like it will be activity based also. So few sessions will be activity based and all, and few sessions will be interactive, few sessions will have quiz. So different themes on each session we will have a different theme altogether. Yeah. So before we start, if you can just raise your hand and tell me कि किसको English बिल्कुल भी नहीं आता. अच्छा, ऐसा कोई भी नहीं है जिसको इंग्लिश बिल्कुल भी नहीं आता. वेरी नाइस. अच्छा, ऐसा कौन है जिसको हिंदी बिल्कुल भी नहीं आता, दैट यू डोंट अंडरस्टैंड हिंदी एट ऑल? Okay, so that's a good sign. So we will talk in Hindi and English both to make it little more interesting. And it will be very nice if you can switch on your cameras and you be participate in the session. As far as, and if you have to talk, please raise your hand digitally. Yeah, on the bottom of the thing, you have raise hand option. You raise your hand digitally and you'll get a chance to talk. And hand raised immediately. No, it was a trial. Okay, no worries. Yeah, so and yes, I'll try to give chance to everyone to speak, but due to limitations of time, I may not be able to give a chance to everyone to speak. So you will have to forgive me for that. But definitely after the session, we will all speak. Okay. During the session, I may be able to give chance. I may not be able to give chance. Okay. But so please forgive me for that. And it will be very nice if you can switch on your cameras. So I see, like you would want to see my face, even I would want to see your face. Yeah. And when the cameras are on, generally we sit attentive. नहीं तो मस्त बैठे हैं सोफे पे काउच पे सो रहे हैं 10 चीजें कर रहे हैं. So it is just 1 hour 15 minute session. So I want you to fully concentrate on this during this one hour 15 minutes. Okay. So fully focused. And because after this 1.5 hour you should think, हाँ आज तो मैंने बहुत सारी नई नई चीजें सीखी. या सो दैट शुड बी योर टेक अवे कि अरे यार पूरा वेस्ट था. लेकिन आप अगर फुल टाइम पास करते करते सेशन सुनोगे तो ऐसे लगेगा अरे यार पता नहीं क्या था. या सो आई डोंट वांट यू टू डू दैट.
Hello.
Okay, so let us start with the prayers first and then we will start the session. Okay, so all the kids who have joined new, these prayers are the prayers we recite on a regular basis. And all the old kids, they know these prayers. थोड़ा लंबा है, but we start the session with the prayers because one very important thing is that we cannot understand the knowledge of Krishna without mercy of Krishna. To understand Krishna, we need mercy of Krishna.
Hello, ma'am.
So let us start.
मैम बच्चों को ना हिंदी में समझाओ, बच्चों की समझ में नहीं आ रही इंग्लिश में, छोटे बच्चे हैं.
So माता जी एक्चुअली कैसा है कि ये जो सेशन है, आज वाला जो सेशन है ना, वो 10 साल उसके ऊपर वाला है. तो जो छोटे
अच्छा
बच्चों का था वो कल था. हाँ, छोटे बच्चों का था वो कल. हाँ, तो कोई बात नहीं, लेकिन अगले सैटरडे से जो ना, अगले सैटरडे से उसको ज्वाइन करा लेना एवरी सैटरडे. सो वो जो है सैटरडे वाला सेशन है 5 years to 9 years है, और आज वाला जो सेशन है 10 years एंड अबव है. तो पहले हमने सोचा था कि एक ही सेशन करेंगे, लेकिन रजिस्ट्रेशन ज्यादा आने के कारण हमने सोचा कि नहीं, सेशंस को डिवाइड करते हैं. छोटे बच्चों का सैटरडे लेते हैं और बड़े बच्चों का संडे लेते हैं.
ओके मैम, थैंक यू.
मैं ट्राई करूंगी जितना हो सके उतना मैं हिंदी में भी बात करना ट्राई करूंगी. लेकिन अगर कुछ नहीं समझता है तो मे बी एट द एंड ऑफ द सेशन यू कैन आस्क एंड आई विल हेल्प यू. या डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट.
ओके मैम.
Okay, so let us start. Yes, Adya,
Can I say the prayer?
I'll give you next time. Okay, next time. Since this is first session, let me chant it.
बोला था अनम्यूट केलाय.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदन्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपां सागरजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश नमां विष्णुपादाय कृष्णापृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतृषे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्त स्वरूपकं भक्त्यावतारं भक्त्याख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते जयतं शरतोपांगो मम मंद मतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्य पदं भोजौ राधा मदन मोहनो दिव्यात् वृंदारण्य कल्पद्रुमादा श्रीमद् रत्नागरा सिंहासनास्थौ श्रीमद् राधा शील गोविंदा देव पृष्ठालिभिः सेवामनो स्मरामि श्रीमद्रसारसारम्भी वांशीवटतटस्थिता कर्शनवेणुस्वाणिर्गोपी गोपीनाथाय श्रेयस्तु नः तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानो सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम रामा हरे हरे। श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की जय। श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। ओके, so let us start. Okay, so before we move to the session, I would like to launch a poll. Okay, so poll में आपको आंसर करना है, ठीक है? एक सेकेंड. So let me launch this poll. Yes, okay. So does God exist? आज का टॉपिक है does God exist? तो आपको जो लगता है you can just answer it. Yes, no. Maybe you don't know because you've not seen him, or you really don't know at all. It could be anything.
Mataji submitted.
Okay, good.
Mataji
Okay,
submitted.
nice. So please actively participate because this will help us. This will help me clear your doubts nicely and convincingly because you're all modern kids. Yeah, अगर भगवान एग्जिस्ट करते हैं तो आप बोलो बताओ कहाँ भगवान है। मम्मी कहती है अरे पूजा करो, ये करो, वो करो, रोज सुबह उठ के भगवान के सामने हाथ जोड़ो। क्यों जोड़ना है भैया, दिखते तो नहीं है, है ना? So that is always a question that might come to your mind. And everything is provided to us by our parents. Do we really need God? Right? So that question might always come to your mind. So let us see. Okay, 83% participated. Come on, everyone fast. I'll just wait for 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and end the poll. So I'm sharing the results with you. Actually, everyone did not participate. So there are whoever has participated. So 85% of the kids, they're saying that yes, God exists. So which is a good sign. 3% of the kids are saying no, that God doesn't exist, which are 2 kids. Then 11% are saying maybe. That also can be a good answer, maybe because you don't know, you've not seen God. Yeah, so which is also good. Okay, chal. So now let us see. Let us try to prove, yeah, whether the existence of the God. Let us see what happens. Yeah. So I'm going to show you a few videos. Yeah. and then we'll discuss on those videos. Okay, so let me share the videos with you. I'm so sorry, 1 second. So, can someone tell me what was this about?
Mataji, it was about size comparison.
Okay, size comparison, but ये model किस चीज का था?
About our galaxy.
Okay, yes, Viha and
Mataji, it was.
raise your hand, raise your hand,
Mataji,
raise your hand, raise your hand. Yes,
it
Viha.
shows how big is our universe.
Okay, good, very nice.
Mataji, it was the size comparison between the Earth and many other stars or the planet, you can say, and the whole galaxy or the solar system.
Absolutely, very nice. Just my request is that please raise your hand and then I can come sequentially. Yes. So I'll try to give chance to everyone. Okay. So please don't feel bad if you don't get chance. Okay. So it is very nice that you are participating, but just hold on to yeah. So it's very nice. Most of you have answered very well. It is basically about our galaxy. It is basically about the entire universe. It is about the solar system, and it is telling about how the entire solar system is there. Yeah. Now you know that there are so many planets in the solar system, and these solar system planets are particularly moving in a proper orbit. ऐसे नहीं कि मार्स ने सोचा कि नहीं अभी मुझे बोर हो गया अभी ये ऑर्बिट में मैं चला जाता हूँ नेपच्यून नेपच्यून के पास नेपच्यून का देखो तो ऑर्बिट है मैं चला जाता हूँ वहां पे पास और सबको धक्का बुक्की दे के सब नेपच्यून पे चला गया या सैटर्न सैटर्न ने सोचा कि नहीं 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 यार ये मजा नहीं आ रहा मेरे को सन के पास जाना है so but they don't do that so it is moving in such a perfect orbit that it is none of the planets they move their orbits and it is neither very far nor very close to the sun it is perfect अगर बहुत सन के नजदीक भी गए, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अर्थ, इफ इट गोज वेरी क्लोज टू द सन, इट विल बी वेरी हॉट. If it blows away from the sun, it will be very cold. Yeah, so everything is moving in perfect tandem. Yeah, so there would be some designer, right, who would be doing this. You all agree? There would be someone who is monitoring this.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. So
Yes,
just
Mataji.
just think about the Chandrayaan.
That is
Yeah?
God.
Chandrayaan. So Chandrayaan, जब भी हमने
And
छोड़ा था moon के
Aditya
ऊपर,
L1.
that was such a big team that was, continuously monitoring Chandrayaan's landing on the moon. Yeah, all the eyes are focused on the big team of scientists and big team of engineers and big team of this and that and I know God knows what. So such a huge team who was monitoring it. Yeah, so basically, against behind everything there is some designer. Yeah. Okay, so let us watch another video. Acha, also, and this designer is very unique. So, if for example, if I give you say 8-10 balls, yeah, and I tell you, okay, now you know the model of the universe, right? Can you make all these 8-10 balls float in the air?
No.
So, and but see the beauty, and see the beauty, such big planets. Earth is such huge. Yeah, I'm going to show you the size of the sun. That comparison also I'm going to show you. Earth is, and sun is so huge. Earth is like tiny in front of the sun. Yeah, but otherwise Earth also we find it so huge. Everything is floating in the air. Everything is floating in the space. Yeah. So who is controlling it? There is some designer who is controlling this. Yeah. Now I'll show you another video.
Mataji, we can make a model of it.
What model will everything float in the sky in the air? Even if
No,
I give you 10 balls.
ropes to hang it. Mataji, it requires a support beam.
Absolutely, एक बॉल भी हम लोग ऐसे नहीं रख सकते, उसको सपोर्ट चाहिए, बराबर. अभी ये देखिए, अभी आगे का वीडियो ये देखिए, इसका कितना जीरो है काउंट भी नहीं कर पाते, इतना मास ऑफ द सन है, इतना जीरो है पता नहीं कितना. 100 डिग्री पे वाटर बॉईल होता है. What happened? 1 second, sorry. Yeah, so this was amazing facts about the sun. So sun is also created by someone. Earth is also created by someone. There is some wonderful designer who is creating this, right? Now let us see another video. Okay, show another video.
Mathematician spiders. Compared to their own sizes, spiders build very large webs. Indeed, if we enlarged a spider to the size of a human being, the length of the web it weaves would be approximately 150 meters, which corresponds to a 50-story skyscraper. Is it possible for a human being to weave a lacework the size of a 50-story skyscraper in only an hour? But a tiny spider accomplishes much more than that. Moreover, the spider-woven web is the sturdiest material in the world. How do spiders weave these webs possessing miraculous features? The spider takes into consideration many factors while weaving a web hundreds of times larger than its own size. This task demands at least some calculations essential in constructing a building. For the accomplishment of this work, first the spider must draw a project like an architect, for a construction of this size, design, and sturdiness cannot be accomplished without an architectural project. Once the project is drawn, the spider must calculate the lifting capacity of each part of the web like an engineer, otherwise the web cannot remain suspended. In order to design such a web and make such delicate calculations, the spider must be more qualified than a college graduate. Indeed, there is not a university that provides education to the offspring. Following their birth, they begin to produce silk, weave web,
Okay, so very nice. So this is what I wanted to show you about the spider. So ये spider क्या लगता है आपको, कौन से इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में गया होगा? ये यूएस में गया होगा कि जर्मनी में गया होगा? कौन से इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में उसे
गॉड
visit
की
किया होगा?
इंजीनियरिंग क्लासेस में.
So there is someone who is giving intelligence also to every living being on this earth. Yeah, and also there are different skill sets which are given to different living beings on the earth. So spider is being given some different skill sets. Someone is very good at math, someone is very good at science, someone is very good in English literature. So everyone is unique, everyone is special, and this powers are granted, or the skill sets are granted to us by someone. Yeah. Now, why are we discussing does God exist? Because there are many people outside. So you group are very intelligent kids. You all know that yes, God, there is someone, there is some supreme power which exists. But there are other people outside the world who do not agree that God exists. And for you, so first you should be convinced that God exists. ऐसे नहीं कि नहीं मम्मी बोलती नहीं जाओ अभी भगवान के सामने दिया लगा है आप प्रणाम करके आओ, है ना, तो हाथ जोड़ के आओ. So it is not only that, because your mother tells you that, go and, bow down before the Lord, you should be convinced that no, God exists. Yeah. And who is this God that we're going to see? Where does he stay? So we are going to see details about also this God. कौन personality है ये, right? So all those things are going to show. So again, another video. Yeah, I'll show you another video. This is an amazing fact about the brain. Okay, so brain, आपने अगर अपनी लाइब्रेरी देखी होगी, स्कूल की लाइब्रेरी आपको याद है, देखी होगी ना स्कूल की लाइब्रेरी. तो स्कूल की लाइब्रेरी में जितने सारे बुक्स है ना, वो सारा मेमोरी आप अपने ब्रेन में स्टोर कर सकते हो. दिखता है इतनों साइड, जस्ट लाइक नॉट मोर देन this size of the size of the brain is not bigger than this, but it has so much capacity कि आपकी लाइब्रेरी के सारे बुक्स में जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन यू कैन स्टोर इट हियर. या आपकी पूरी लाइफ टाइम जो भी है, एवरीथिंग यू कैन स्टोर इट हियर. इट इज सच अ पावरफुल थिंग. या एंड इट इज सिटिंग इन सच अ स्मॉल, इतना सा है. आपका सीडी रोम, हमको लगता है सीडी रोम कंपेयर विद सीडी रोम, और सीडी रोम तो भी पुराना हो गया, लेकिन पेन ड्राइव और योर हार्ड डिस्क एंड ऑल दैट, वो हार्ड डिस्क भी उसके सामने फीकी पड़ जाएगी जितना आपका ब्रेन पावरफुल है. So again, there are so many amazing facts that that which exist in the world. And can someone create when अच्छा मेरे को एक super powerful brain बनाने का है, so can someone think that if, now I'm going to have a child, yeah, but this child should be super intelligent, so then I will do something in the laboratory कि एकदम ऐसा super power brain बन जाए, or he or she should be like this. You cannot produce a brain. Yeah, absolutely. There is someone who has designed it in such a wonderful way that we can make wonders. But problem is that we don't use even 5% of our brain. We get stuck with those shots on the mobile, and we get stuck with so many useless things. But the brain is super powerful thing that we have. And human brain is the most powerful thing amongst all the creatures, all the living creatures. Because human has been given intelligence to think. Yeah. So animals को क्या है कि animals they just want to, animals का activity limited है. Therefore they will be concerned about eating, They will be concerned about कि अभी कहाँ सोना है. They will be concerned about, बस defending themselves कि अगर कुछ danger आता है तो defend करना. But human beings are far behind that. Human beings can think. Human beings can apply their mind, can apply their brains and do wonders in this world. Yeah. So humans have been gifted with this, are gifted with this wonderful technology, wonderful brain. Yeah. Let us see another video. This we just saw. Yeah, if there is a engineer, then this engineer, there will be a team of engineers which will have to do this, but spider can do in a few minutes, he can just finish a big web. Let us see this video. So this was about the flower, okay? So let me share it. So you saw how beautiful. So there are in the nature there are so many different varieties of so beautiful flowers, and every flower has a unique fragrance. Okay. अगर हमको कागज भी दे दिया ना कि अलग अलग शेड्स का कि भैया अच्छा ऐसा ऐसा परफेक्ट फ्लावर बनाओ, हम लोग ट्राई कर सकते हैं बनाने का, लेकिन फिर भी उतना परफेक्ट और उतना सॉफ्ट नहीं बनेगा. और उसमें फ्रेग्रेंस कैसे डालोगे? तो कल हमने डिस्कस किया था कि फ्रेग्रेंस कैसे डालोगे, तो सबने बोला, सब किसी ने बोला कि सेंट लगा देंगे. कितना सेंट लाओगे भैया, ये तो नेचुरली आता है, राइट? So there are millions and millions of varieties of flowers with different colors, different shades, and different fragrance in it. Yeah. Yes, Viha, you want to say something? You raised your hand.
This video they are saying about the unique thing that God has created, unique nature things.
Absolutely. So I am just covering very few of them. Yeah. So when someone says God does not exist, who has created all this? Yeah. So even when you see a flower, there is protoplasm, cytoplasm, pollen grains, ovary, so many different things which are there in a flower. I am not a science student, but there are so many different things which are there in a flower. You cannot. So the scientist can say, okay, this is protoplasm, this is cytoplasm, this is whatever, this is ovary, this is whatever those scientific stomata, yeah, whatever those terms are there, but they cannot make it. No one can make it. There is only one person who can make it. Yeah. So let's go ahead. Let me share this video. To share it with the sound. 1 second. So you saw so many different types of creatures are there in this universe. Yeah, different creatures, but living in different habitats. Some in very cold climate, some in hot climate, some in natural regular climate. Yeah, and each have been given a different, different type of body, different type of characteristics and everything. Yeah, let us see another.
Many such man-made wonders do exist. To name a few: the Taj Mahal, India; the Palm Jumeirah, Dubai; Dreamliner, Boeing 787; International Space Station Hotel; Oasis of the Seas; Burj Khalifa; cars, robots, phones; the list is unending. There is definitely the intelligence of some intelligent being or beings involved behind such creations. So, who has created what we have not created? Such as the human eye. The human eye is among the most complex organs in our body. It perceives 7 to 10 million colors through a synaptic flash, that is, 1/10 of a second. Who is the designer and creator of the human eye? And also of many other remarkably wonderful things, such as a complex design points to deliberate design.
Yeah. So, who has created the things which we have not created? Yeah, very important point for all of us to note is that. So, whenever someone tells you, does God exist? You should be very much convinced to say, now that you agree, yes, God exists, you should be convinced to say that
Yes.
no, I have seen, I know God exists. So that should be your answer now. Because I have showed you just 4 or 5 videos, not more than that, with such wonderful things we see in the world. But still people don't believe existence of God. Yeah. So one thing very clear, this has to be in your mind. Of course, there is some supreme power which exists. And because of the supreme power, the entire world is functioning so nicely. Yeah. So that is one point that we covered. Yeah. Now let's go to the next point. Okay. Let me share my screen. Yeah, this was again the eye and googly eyes. Can we create eye? Of course, we cannot create eye. Yes. So now I'll launch a poll. Are all things in the universe functioning automatically? Let me launch the poll, okay? Let us see what are opening. Okay, yes.
Teacher,
सब कुछ ऑटोमेटिकली हो रहा है क्या वो क्वेश्चन है या कोई उसे मॉनिटर कर रहा है या ऑटोमेटिकली हो रहा है
क्या लिखा है? Do you think that
Not
everything
submitted.
happening in the universe is just by chance? अपने आप जब ऐसे ही हो जाता है जो यूनिवर्स में हैपन होता है या कौन
Can you reset the poll again for me because I had left the meeting.
No worries, I'll not be able to reset because already 80% have attempted, no? So no worries. The question is, do you think everything in the universe is happening just by chance? सब कुछ automatically हो रहा है?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so I will record your answer. Okay, so I am ending the poll now. I think 85% have responded, 88% have responded, which is good. Okay, very nice. So let me end the poll and let us see what the results are. Okay, so one very good thing is no one said don't know. So that is the best thing. Everyone knows कि कुछ ना कुछ तो कोई तो है, कोई है या फिर नहीं है. Don't know answer नहीं है. So the correct answer is no. Everything. अगर आपने रिमोट कंट्रोल कार भी अगर देखी है तो रिमोट कंट्रोल वाली कार आपको दिख रही है जैसे घूम रही है लेकिन उसको भी तो कोई कंट्रोल करता है ना साइड से रिमोट कंट्रोल से राइट सो एवरीथिंग even if you see a car riding on the road or if you see for example aeroplane for that matter aeroplane you are on the ground and please be on mute. So you are on the ground and you see aeroplane up high in the sky. Video is off, is it? Okay. And you see aeroplane high up in the sky. So, do you think that वो aeroplane अपने आप चल रहा है? No, right? So even if you don't see, that doesn't mean that it is not controlled by anyone. Yeah. So even when Chandrayaan has gone to the moon, doesn't mean that Chandrayaan is on its own happy. No. There's a big team of scientists who are controlling the movement of Chandrayaan there, right? So similarly, everything, every small thing which is happening in the universe is governed by under some supervision. Yeah. And everything is governed by some law. So जैसे ट्रैफिक पुलिस है, राइट? So we have traffic laws. अगर traffic laws नहीं होता तो क्या होता? सब एक दूसरे को, there would be a lot of accidents, right? Then there are social laws, right? You cannot go and thief, you cannot go and steal anything from anyone. You cannot, अगर सामने को कोई दिख गया, गुस्सा आ गया, झापड़ मार दिया. Do we do that? There are all social laws, right?
No.
Then there are state laws. There are country laws. There are international border laws, right? Everything has a name the field and there is a law. Okay, you just name the field and there is a law for that. Similarly, even in this universe, there is a law that exists. Which is that law? Can someone tell me which is the law that exists in the universe? Yes, Adya?
Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah, Bhagavad Gita. But what is that
Ma'am,
law?
birth and death. Birth
Yes,
and death.
but it's yeah, you're very close. So it's law. So it's law. Yes, Aryan.
The Janma Vritti Chakra.
Yes, very close.
We should not destroy the things made by the God.
Yes, very close. But उसको कुछ कहते हैं. Yes, Aditya.
Mataji, every action is equal and opposite reaction.
Yeah,
Ma'am,
everything has a
Anand,
reaction and according to it, उसको कहते क्या है? Everyone is very
Ma'am,
close. बस बता
Mansi,
नहीं पा रहे. Yes, Tanmay.
Mataji, we should not harm ourselves. Unmute. Ma'am, Anartha, mute.
Okay. So Galaxy M11, if you can just put your name so then I can call out your name. Yeah. Yeah. So it is law of, yes, Kritika?
Mataji, we should not kill small animals and harm them.
Absolutely, yes. But what is the law called? Yes, Adiraj?
Ma'am, Anartha.
Law of the universe. Not destroy by God.
Okay. Yes, Pranjal?
Law of action and reaction.
Yes. So it is law of karma. Okay. So whatever action we will do, that will have a reaction. So अगर हम लोग चोरी भी करते हैं, अगर हम लोग झूठ भी बोलते हैं, मम्मी डैडी के साथ भी झूठ बोलते हैं, फ्रेंड्स के साथ झूठ बोलते हैं, कुछ तो कुछ गड़बड़ करते हैं, या सो हम लोग जैसे कहते हैं तो मे बी इमीडिएटली हमको रिएक्शन नहीं मिलेगा, लेकिन समवेयर इट इज गेटिंग रिकॉर्डेड. Yeah, and then we will have the reactions of it. So like everything has a state law, so there is a law of karma that exists for all of us. Okay, so ऐसा नहीं है कि there is no one observing us. ये लाइफ खत्म हो गया तो सब खत्म हो गया, सब इधर का चुपता करके जा रहे हो, नहीं. There is a law of karma. Some karma we will have to, the effects of some karma we will face in this life. Effect of some karma we will have to face in next life. Okay, that we will see later. Okay, not now. Okay, let's move ahead.
Mataji, can
Okay.
you explain that how we get the next life?
Not now. Okay, because then we will digress from the topic. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So Krishna in Bhagavad Gita basically. So Bhagavad Gita. अच्छा, how many of you don't know only what Bhagavad Gita is? Can you just raise your hand कि Bhagavad Gita क्या है, पता ही नहीं है? अच्छा, okay. It is okay to say no, pata nahi hai. That is absolutely fine. So Bhagavad Gita is basically all cameras on, please. So Bhagavad Gita is basically a conversation between Krishna and Arjuna. Okay, so क्या हो गया था कि there was this huge battle which happened between Pandavas and Kauravas, and Krishna was on the side of Pandavas. Kauravas were not very good people. They were all bad people. They were stealing everyone's wealth. They had taken all the Pandavas' kingdom also. And because they were bad people, Krishna was not with them. Krishna was with Arjuna. और पांडवास एंड अर्जुनास दे वो चाचा के बेटे थे, एक दूसरे चाचा के बेटे थे. तो अर्जुन कंफ्यूज हो गया कि मैं अपने चाचा के बेटे को कैसे मारूं, है ना? जस्ट बिकॉज आई वांट किंगडम, दैट डज दैट मीन कि मैं अपने चाचा के बेटे के साथ लड़ाई कर दूं और उनको मार दूं? So Arjuna, at the right point when the battle was about to happen, after the counsels were blown, Arjuna got confused. Arjuna said कि नहीं, मैं नहीं मार सकता, मैं लड़ाई नहीं कर सकता. So then Arjuna got confused, and then Arjuna, he requests Krishna that now you only guide me as to what I should do. I do not know. So you are my guru. I become your disciple. You only tell me what is the right thing to do. So then Krishna is guiding Arjuna through this. Krishna is guiding Arjuna थ्रू भगवत गीता. सो ये जो कॉन्वर्सेशन जो हो रहा है, ऐसा नहीं है कि ये सिर्फ अर्जुना के लिए ही है. सो कृष्णा बेसिकली ऐसा पूरा सिचुएशन ऐसा लेके आए कि सो दैट वी ऑल टेक बेनिफिट फ्रॉम दिस कॉन्वर्सेशन. सो इट इज बेसिकली फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस. अभी भगवत गीता में क्या है? भगवत गीता में कृष्णा टेल्स अबाउट हिमसेल्फ, ही टेल्स अबाउट ऑल ऑफ अस कि हमारा उसका रिलेशन क्या है. जैसे हम कहते हैं ना कि हमारा और जैसे अगर हमारे घर पे कोई आता है तो मम्मी कहती नहीं ये तुम्हारे ना ये है वो है, सो शी विल जस्ट एक्सप्लेन यू द रिलेशन. या सो सिमिलरली भगवत गीता टेल्स अस व्हाट इज द रिलेशन बिटवीन अस एंड कृष्णा. कृष्णा खुद के बारे में बताता है कि मैं कौन हूँ, है ना. सो ही सो मेनी थिंग्स ही टेल्स अबाउट हिमसेल्फ इन भगवत गीता. देन कृष्णा आल्सो टेल्स अबाउट कि गुस्सा आने पे क्या करना चाहिए, हाउ शुड बी बिहेव, या इफ यू डोंट बिहेव इन अ सर्टेन वे व्हाट विल हैपन. Yeah, so everything under the sky is explained in the small book of Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, so this is दिखती है इतनी सी book, but it is very very powerful book. Yeah, अभी एक प्रॉब्लम है ये बुक के साथ. ओके, ये जो भगवत गीता है ये सबको नहीं समझ में आती है. Yeah, so this is one very interesting thing that this book Bhagavad Gita people don't understand. भले पढ़ लेंगे लेकिन रुचि ही नहीं आएगी. You will not develop any interest to read this. So the secret to understand Bhagavad Gita is by chanting his holy name. Yeah. So if you have to understand Bhagavad Gita even for next 5 sessions के बाद तो ठीक है, this workshop will get over. But eventually also there will be Bhagavad Gita sessions which you can join. But the main point that I want to make here is that if you want to understand Bhagavad Gita, it is very important that you chant the name of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. ये chanting है, यही क्यों chant करना है? Because with that you get connected with Krishna. Because that is the way you get connected with Krishna. Okay, only by chanting. अभी कृष्ण भगवान खुद तो सामने नहीं आएंगे, right? But you get connected with Krishna by chanting this holy name. And when you get connected with Krishna, then when Krishna gives us intelligence to understand Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, ये खुद ही वो भगवत गीता में खुद ही कहते हैं कि मैं ये भगवत गीता ये किसी को समझेगी नहीं. Only my devotees will understand Bhagavad Gita. Krishna himself says this in 18.55. Okay, 18.55 means चैप्टर 18 वर्स 55. तो कृष्णा ये भी बताते हैं कि ये नॉलेज ऐसा है वैसा है, किसको समझेगा किसको नहीं समझेगा, एवरीथिंग ही विल टेल, ही टेल्स इन भगवद गीता. ओके, सो इट्स वेरी वंडरफुल बुक. And those who are attending classes regularly, they have learned so many shlokas with the meaning. So you sometimes you just tell them the topic and they will tell you which shloka it is and what is Krishna telling about all this thing in Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so these regular sessions are also there. You can join the regular sessions. 10 years and above, it is on Sundays. So even after this workshop, you can continue with the regular sessions. Okay, so one more thing about Bhagavad Gita. Is Bhagavad Gita only limited to Hindus? No, Bhagavad Gita is not limited to Hindus. Bhagavad Gita is applicable to every living being. Okay, सो ऐसे नहीं है कि हिंदूज को एप्लीकेबल है, मुस्लिम सिख ईसाई को एप्लीकेबल नहीं है. नो, भगवत गीता वाज स्पोकन 5000 years ago. ओके, ये हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख ईसाई कुछ भी नहीं था ऐसा 5000 years ago. Yeah, so Bhagavad Gita is religion agnostic. It is applicable to all of us. Krishna has given this book. Krishna says, okay, you follow this rule book, you will live happily. If you don't follow this book, you will fall. बहुत सारे बच्चों ने बोला ना, लॉ ऑफ बर्थ एंड डेथ, जन्म मृत्यु का चक्कर, you will be into that, वो चक्की जो चक्की में पीसते रहोगे. That is what Krishna himself is saying in Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so let's move ahead. So अभी क्वेश्चन ये आता है कि कृष्णा भगवत गीता में कहते हैं, एक्चुअली वी शुड हैव कवर्ड दोस श्लोकास अर्लियर. सो कृष्ण भगवत गीता में कहते हैं कि let us cover the shlokas earlier. What is the time here? Let us cover the shlokas earlier. Okay, ठीक है, we'll cover that later because वो होगा नहीं. So point is, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that everything is controlled under is working under my direction. Maya Adhyakshina Prakriti Suvete Se Charachara. Everything in this world is controlled under my direction. Yeah. Then he also says, Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo Mata Sarva Pravartate. So he says that everything in this universe is basically is working under my direction. It is working because of me. I am giving the energy, and that is why everything is working so nicely. That is what Krishna is saying. But now, if anyone challenges you, now you all believe Krishna is God. या लेकिन हम साइंस के स्टूडेंट्स हैं बराबर, तो हमको जो दिखता है वही हम एक्सेप्ट करते हैं. आपने फ्लावर को ब्लॉसमिंग होते देखा, आपने आय को देखा, आपने वो जो है स्पाइडर का वेब देखा, तो तो उससे पता चला कि हाँ भगवान है, लेकिन भगवान तो दिखते नहीं है. So let us see this nice video. Okay, let me share this video with you.
Mataji, this is the comedy video, na?
Yeah, this is the comedy video.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Prof, good afternoon.
How are you?
Fine, sir.
Fine, sir.
What are you people drinking?
This is Freshio. Freshio is back.
Yes, sir. Freshio is back. That's nice. Mark Angel, I heard you just won the YouTube Gold Award. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Wow, you people really try, Thank you, sir. It's God, though. It's God that is doing everything for us, sir.
Yes, sir. It's God.
God? Which God?
Our God.
Your God. Where is your God?
Our God is in heaven.
Can you see your God?
No.
Can you touch your God?
No.
Then there is no God. Science has proven it that anything you cannot see or touch does not exist. So you don't have a God.
But, sir.
Shh. Are you a graduate? I am a professor.
Processor. Excuse me. How do you know there is no God?
Common sense. I use my sense.
Where is your sense?
My sense is up here.
Can you see your sense?
No.
Can you touch your sense?
No.
That means there is no sense.
Yes, because according to science, anything you cannot see or touch does not exist. So, you don't have sense.
Emanuela.
Mom,
So
very
you saw
funny.
Yeah.
Mataji, that was very funny.
If they are saying that anything we cannot see or touch, that it does not exist, then what are we breathing?
Yeah, exactly. So very nice. This is what I wanted to show you, because the people that in the world, people that you will deal with, they will come up with all the such things. कि अरे भगवान कहाँ दिखते हैं? ये आपकी उम्र थोड़ी है भगवान के बारे में जानने की. Yeah, people will come thousand reasons why you should not study Bhagavad Gita. Why it is just a waste of time to study Bhagavad Gita. Why it is waste of time to know Krishna. But nothing happens without mercy of Krishna. Understand that. Our intelligence is also because of Krishna. Yeah. Our remembrance is also because of Krishna. Everything is because Krishna is merciful. He awards
Ma'am,
to us.
when will
Yes,
this
ma'am.
meeting end?
Hold on, beta.
Mataji,
Yeah.
can you say shloka?
So let's move ahead. Yeah. Okay. Then, yes. So everything seeing is not everything, right? So if you see this railway tracks, yeah, this railway track, do you think that these are converging in the end? No, they are parallel. हमको लगता है कि वो आगे जाके join हो रहे हैं, लेकिन वो join नहीं हो रहे हैं, right? Yeah, here you see that there are so many waves in the universe, right? There are telephonic waves, there are ultrasonic waves, there are X-rays. Yeah, there are so many rays which we cannot see with our eyes.
Some
So
radio waves.
that, yeah, so whatever we do not see with our eyes doesn't mean that it does not exist. Yeah, God, we cannot see with our eyes doesn't mean that God does not exist. Yeah? Let's move ahead. So again, this was an amazing thing. This is coming between, maybe I'll skip this. This was about the banyan tree, a big, huge banyan tree coming from a small seed. Yeah, so the seed is programmed. Every seed is unique, and every seed is programmed in such a way. Okay, listen very carefully. Every seed is programmed in such a way to have a unique type of leaf, to have a unique type of height, to have a unique type of trunk, to have a unique type of fruits and flowers. है ना? तो उस सीड में पूरा सब कुछ पूरा ऐसा प्रोग्रामिंग करके रखा है कि रोज का अलग रहेगा, टमाटो का अलग रहेगा, ब्रिंजल का अलग रहेगा, बैनियन का अलग रहेगा, या पीपल का अलग रहेगा. So every seed is programmed, and every that then who there is some programmer who is putting everything in the seed. So this is about the big huge picture. This is at the macro level. 1 second, what is going on? So now if you see at the micro level, yeah, there are these atoms. And you see this atom, atom is a very small portion of when you break the anything very minute, the minutest particle is this atom. And this atom has, protons, neutrons, electrons. और ये प्रोटॉन्स न्यूट्रॉन्स इलेक्ट्रॉन्स का जैसे कॉन्फ़िगरेशन चेंज होता है, वैसे वो उसका प्रोडक्ट उसका फ्रेग्रेंस चेंज हो जाएगा, उसका कलर चेंज हो जाएगा, उसका ओडर चेंज हो जाएगा. And so everything is programmed in such a way that whether it is a big macro level or whether it is at a micro level like this an atom, yeah, everything is programmed in such a way that everything is perfect. Yeah. So this is about this Big Bang theory. Yeah. So you all know Big Bang theory, right? The Big Bang theory
Yes,
says that
yes,
there
ma'am.
was this big explosion which happened. Everything was very hot atmosphere. The explosion happened, and the entire universe got created through that big explosion. That means from some dead matter, all this beautiful, amazing thing, that they came up from the dead matter. Yeah. Now this is a scientist theory. But what does Krishna say about this? Yeah. So Krishna says that that all the universes are coming from me. So from my body, this is Vishnu. And from his body, all the universes are coming. And he is maintaining all the universes. So this Big Bang theory is okay for your studies. Yeah, just to, for your geography studies, this Big Bang study, or history, geography, whatever subject this is related to, for that it is fine. But scriptures doesn't say this. Scripture says that this Big Bang theory is there. Just imagine that you do a big explosion in somewhere. You decide that मैं ऐसा ही जैसा इसका प्रोटोटाइप है ना, ऐसे इसका एग्जैक्टली ऐसा प्रोटोटाइप बनाऊंगा, बड़ा एक्सप्लोजन करूंगा, और बड़ा एक्सप्लोजन में से बहुत सारे झाड़ निकल आएंगे, बहुत सारा रिवर्स निकल के आएगा, वाटरफॉल्स होंगे, फ्लावर्स होंगे, ट्रीज होंगे. Can that happen? Do you think that can happen?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, that matter.
Ma'am, because of the God's programming on the earth has affected.
Exactly. So Krishna says that this is Garbhodayak Shri Vishnu. Karunodayak Shri Vishnu. This is Karunodayak Shri Vishnu. And from Karunodayak Shri Vishnu, there's millions of universes they come out. So very important for all of us to know. Yeah. So why I am telling you this is because you should know what is the right thing. You should know what the truth is. Yeah. So that is the reason why I was telling you this. Yes, Adya, you were raising your hand. You want to say something?
Mataji, as you told before that intelligence comes from me and forgetfulness comes from me, I had a shloka from that Purushottam Mass workshop.
You remember that? You want to recite that?
Yes.
Yes, you can recite.
विष्टो मतस्मृतिर्ज्ञानम् अपोहनं च वेदेषु सर्वे अहं वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद्वेदविद्यं चाहम्. It means that Krishna is there in everybody's heart, present as Paramatma. He only gives the remembrance and he only gives the forgetfulness.
Yeah, very nice. So he only gives the knowledge, he only gives the remembrance, and he only gives the forgetfulness. So just for benefit of everyone, recently we had this Purushottam Mass workshop. And in this Purushottam Mass workshop, there were some 20 shlokas, and this many kids, they learned the shlokas along with the meaning, and that is why they are reciting the shlokas. Okay. Yeah. So in this Kartik Mass also, we will have few shlokas, but the shloka contest we will have in December. which is during Gita Jayanti month, so that you can learn many shlokas along with the meanings. And whenever any point comes up, you can tell, ये देखो कृष्ण भगवान ने इसके बारे में ये बोला है. Yeah, so that is the idea. That's more here. Yeah. Yeah. So Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, what is the time? Do we have time to recite the shloka? Let's see. So Krishna says, so ये सारे जो shlokas है ना, I will put it on the group. I will put the audio on the group so that you can learn it. Yeah. So Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, he says in chapter 9, verse 10, Maya Adhyakshena Prakriti. You all can unmute and recite after me. Everyone can unmute. Everyone unmute and repeat after me. Don't repeat with me. Okay, repeat after me. Please follow the instructions. Okay. हम लोग ये श्लोका एक बार बोलेंगे और फिर हम लोग नेक्स्ट श्लोका पे भी जाएंगे. So at least you will repeat after me, not with me. मया अध्यक्षेन मयाध्यक्षेन प्रकृतिः मयाध्यक्षेन प्रकृतिः सूयते सचराचरम् सूयते सचराचरम् हेतु नानेन कौन्तेय हेतु नानेन कौन्तेय जगत् विपारि वर्तते जगत् विपारि वर्तते. Very nice, very good. You all recited very nicely. So Krishna is saying that this material nature, which is one my energy, is working under my direction. Son of Kunti. So he's saying everything in this world, whether it is moving, non-moving, everything is working under my direction. Then he also says, ये भी हम लोग recite करेंगे. Okay, everyone unmute and repeat after me. अहम सर्वस्य प्रभवो सर्वस्य प्रभवो जो मैं बोल रही हूँ वही बोलो, आगे का मत बोलो, आगे का मत बोलो. जो मैं बोल रही हूँ वही बोले. एक दो बच्चे आगे का बोल रहे हैं. प्लीज डोंट से दैट. ओके. मतः सर्वं प्रवर्तते वेरी नाइस. मतः सर्वं प्रवर्तते nice. इति मत्वा भजन्ते माम् भजन्ते माम् Very nice. बुधा भाव समन्वितः बुधा भाव समन्वितः So Krishna is saying, I am source of all the spiritual and material worlds. Everything which is there is coming from me. So Krishna is saying, everything in this world is coming from me. So that is what Krishna is trying to say. Yeah. So लेकिन अभी problem क्या है बता? But people don't believe. इतना सब कुछ पता है, but people don't believe in Krishna. So I'll tell you a very nice story of this barber and his customer. Yeah. So what
I
happened?
know this story.
Okay, very good. You can listen again. So what happens is that there is this barber who is, cutting the hair of everyone. He has his barber ka shop. So then this customer and this customer, please be on mute, beta. Yeah. So this barber is one customer goes to him and to cut his hair and to shave and all there. So he sits there. If the barber is shaving, he's cutting his hair and all. कभी बहुत लंबा समय है तो कुछ ना कुछ तो बात तो करेगा ही. Barber starts talking, with this customer. He says, I don't think there is God in this world. So then this customer says, why do you think there is no God in this world? So then this barber says, don't you see so many people are suffering, so many people are homeless, there are so many orphans who don't have parents. Yeah, and people do not have even, there are sometimes there are so many rain, there are floods and all. So how can, if God is there, how will be, there will be so mercilessly, people are dying. So how can it happen if all these things cannot happen if God would have been there? I don't think God is there. So then this customer is a devotee of, a devotee of God, is devotee of Krishna. So this customer doesn't like what he says. तो ठीक है पूरा हो जाने देता है शेविंग वेविंग हो जाने देता है बाल वाल जो काटते हैं वो सब हो जाने देता है एंड देन दिस कस्टमर इज अबाउट टू लीव this customer pays him money and then he goes to the door and he opens the door and he says I don't think barbers exist. This barber says hey boss अभी तो तेरे बाल काटे तेरे को शेविंग वेविंग क्या सब कुछ इतना अच्छे से किया and then you are saying barber don't exist. So then he says no I don't think barbers exist. So he said, why are you saying barber don't exist, Baba? So you see, so many people outside, such long, shabby hair, all beard is there, which is not even properly trimmed and all. If barbers would have been there, people would have been properly, their hair would have been properly placed, their hair would have been properly trimmed and all. See, there are so many people outside. So then this barber says, boys, they are not coming to me. Come to me, then I can cut their hair, I can trim their beard, I can, make them presentable, but they don't come to me. So he is exactly the same thing. Yeah, people don't go to the Lord because people think that, I can manage my life, I can manage my word, whatever karma, whatever I will do, I will get based on whatever, I do. So everything is in my control. Krishna is saying, Maya Adhyakshena Prakriti. Even the medicines that we take, even for that medicines to cure us, the same medicine will work on one person, but the same medicine might not work on the other person. For the same disease. Why? Because Krishna says, Maya Adhyakshena Prakriti. Everything in this world is working under my direction, including the medicines, including everything. Every small thing you say, it is working under my direction. Yeah. Just that we don't go to Krishna. अगर हमको भगवान के सामने जाने को भी बोला तो हम कंटाला करते हैं नहीं ठीक है बाद में जाएंगे but we always postpone whenever it comes to God we always postpone things when it comes to God. But that is not the right approach. We should give priority to God because if we give priority to God everything will fall in place. Your studies will fall in place, your concentration will be there. Yeah, so many things will automatically fall in place when you are you're connected with Krishna. Yeah. So how do we have the eyes to see? तो लेकिन सब बोलते कि नहीं ठीक है तो देख नहीं सकते right? We just saw that video कि देख नहीं सकते हैं. If you can't see, how do you believe? So Krishna says, आप मुझे कब देख पाओगे? So Krishna says in this verse, now we do not have time to recite this verse, but Krishna says in 18.55, Krishna says, one can understand me as I am only by devotional service. Like I said, right? Only devotees can understand. Like I said in the beginning, कि अगर आपको कृष्णा को समझना है अगर आपको भगवत गीता समझनी है तो then you have to become a devotee. And how would you become a devotee? How would you get connected with him? By chanting his holy name, yeah, by reading about him, by understanding about him, right? When you understand, like when I showed you the size of the sun, how far is it from the earth, and what is the role of the sun, then you will appreciate what sun is. अगर मैंने बोला कि नहीं नहीं वो सन है तुम उसका पूजा करो या जो भी है I'll tell you something. But if you don't know anything about him, you will not believe me. Not have faith in in doing whatever I'm telling you. So it is very very important for us to read Bhagavad Gita, understand about Krishna, and then become his nice devotee. Yeah. So this is about this thing. Yeah. Take second now. Yeah. I mean, next question. Let us have this poll. Yeah. Again, let me launch a poll. Is Krishna light or is Krishna a person? Yeah. Come on, I'll launch this poll. Come on. What do you think? Whatever you think, you can select.
Mataji, in the question it was only written Krishna is, and ahead it was nothing.
So Krishna is a person or Krishna is light?
Krishna is a person.
Okay, you all can vote and then we will see what the results are.
But Mataji, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yes, so he's a person or light?
Mataji, after everybody submits, can I tell what is the correct answer?
Okay, you can tell the correct answer. Okay, so I end the poll now and the results are very interesting. 70% of the people say that Krishna is person and 30% of the people say that Krishna is light. Is that you want to tell what is the correct answer, Adya?
The correct answer is a person.
Yeah. So let us see. Let us see when we are saying Krishna is a person. Let us see. Why are we saying Krishna is a person? Okay. So you all have I don't know whether you've seen Little Krishna or not. Yeah. So Krishna, if you read about Krishna, he has so many friends. He has all Gopals as friends. He is having fun time with everyone. He goes and steal butters, माखन, at the gopis place. ऐसा नहीं कि उसके घर पे माखन ही नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है, इसके लिए वो बाकी बाहर जाके चुराता है. ऐसा नहीं है. But still he goes, he steals, and he has such nice, loving relationships with all the gopas, with gopis, and with Yashoda Maya. Yeah. So you see, Yashoda Maya, he has such a nice, loving. So this huge Krishna we saw, right? We saw Karunodayakshi Vishnu. Yeah. From him, millions of universes are coming out. That huge Krishna becomes like a small boy. Yeah. Why? Because so that we can express our love to him. Right? So that is why this. Then you see, there's different leelas that he performed. The Govardhan Leela, that he gave shelter to all the gopas and gopis. So now the people who voted that Krishna is light.
Exactly.
Do you agree that Krishna is, who all voted Krishna is light? Can you just raise your hand? Not that we want to say no, your answer was wrong, but just that we want to be sure that when we are saying Krishna is light, yeah, so Krishna is not light. Krishna is a person. अगर मैं आपको दिया दूं, ओके, अगर मैं आपको बताऊं दिया है, मैं उसमें मस्त एक ज्योत जल रही है और मैंने आपको बोला कि आप इस पे कॉन्सेंट्रेट करो, ये भगवान है, ओके, आप ये भगवान से प्यार करो, तो आप ये लाइट से प्यार कर पाओगे? लाइट से प्यार कर पाओगे क्या? बट अगर ये कोई इंसान है, राइट, इफ इट इज कृष्णा who has shown such nice wonderful pastimes, you will be able to connect with him in whatever ras, could be vatsalya ras, could be sakhya ras, could be in form of a friend, could be in form of a child, could be in form of anything. Yeah. So the different rasas are there, so you will be able to connect with him. But if I say, okay, no, this is light and this is our supreme personality of Godhead, you worship him, you will not be able to connect with him. Even if you say meditate, ऐसा पूरा एकदम आंख बंद करके मस्त meditate कर रहे हैं, मजा नहीं आएगा. Yeah, you will not enjoy, because Krishna has loving relationship with each one of us, with everyone. Say with Manasvi, with Viha, with Adiraj, with Aradhya, with Aprachita, with Vaishnavi, with Anha, Aishwarya. Krishna has individual relationship with each one of us, and he loves us. And when when we realize this individual relationship with Krishna, then it becomes very nectarian. Yeah. So for developing that nice loving relationship, we need to chant every day. Then only that love in our heart will pop up. Currently इतना सब धूल बैठा है अपने हाथ पे that we are not able to understand only कि what is going. So we need to develop this loving relation. Krishna loves us, but we like that bar story, right? Baba, I am waiting. दुकान तो मैं इसी के लिए खोल के बैठा हूँ कि आप लोग आओ. Okay. So Krishna is also waiting that you just chant my holy name. I'm waiting for me to express my love to you, but you don't want to come. Yeah, that is the problem. Yeah. अच्छा ये तो हमने देखा, ये भी हम skip कर सकते हैं फिलहाल. Yeah. Now, why is Krishna called God? अभी इतने सारे भगवान हैं, 33 crore भगवान हैं. Why is Krishna only called God? Yeah, so we'll see two videos, okay? We'll see two videos now. And then we can say, why is Krishna saying that, he is God?
Huh? Are you crazy? You'll get sick eating dirt. No, don't swallow it. Spit it out. Oh, no, 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 no. Our mothers will be angry that I let you eat dirt. It's not my fault.
What's not your fault?
If Krishna gets sick, I told him not to eat it.
Eat what?
Dirt.
Is this true? Did you eat dirt?
He's lying. Look in his mouth.
My dear little Krishna, can't you see how worried your brother is? Why have you eaten dirt? Are you sure he ate dirt, Balram?
Yes.
There is only one way to know for sure. Krishna, if you are telling the truth, then just open your mouth and I shall see. I must be dreaming.
Yashoda.
She saw something inside Krishna's mouth.
He ate dirt.
I saw the entire universe. The suns, the planets, oceans, mountains, all inside his mouth. I think I'm losing my mind. Oh.
Your mind is fine. Have you not realized yet that Krishna is special?
But
yeah, so you saw that Krishna showed the entire universe in his mouth. So Krishna wanted to show that, to the world that, I'm not an ordinary boy. I am the Krishna who controls all the universe. I'll show you one more video. So now I'm seeing that there are so many questions which are submitted. Okay. Okay, I wanted to ask one big question. Okay, whatever questions are there, Swara, and there are so many people. I'll cover your questions in the end, okay? Don't worry. I'll show you one more nice video, okay, about this.
I've fallen in love with I love.
This is Krishna and Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra.
I've fallen in love.
Oh, so what happens is that, to tell you the quick story, is that Arjuna believes that Krishna is God, but Arjuna thinks that कि नहीं अबे कृष्णा ने तो ये सब बताया है, अरे बताया तो ठीक है, लेकिन how will people still believe that Krishna is God? है ना? तो अर्जुना कृष्णा को रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं कि आप मुझे एक एटलीस्ट मेरे लिए नहीं लेकिन बाकी सब लोगों के लिए एटलीस्ट आप दिखा दो आप कि आप ये जो भी कह रहे हैं वो एटलीस्ट आपका रूप दिखा दो. Yeah, so then Krishna shows his universal form. Second.
I've fallen in love with I love.
So that is this scene on the battlefield saying that Krishna, if you so that is little ugra form of Krishna, you know. So we will not be able to love Krishna in that. If Krishna comes in such big form, whether we will be able to love him. Yeah. So then how does Krishna come? What is the original form of Krishna? Let us see that. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, okay, so here Krishna says, Sarva Yonishu Kaunte, everything is coming from me. That is fine. Let's move ahead. Okay, so let me cover this first. So Krishna says in chapter 10, you know, that I am of the Adityas, I am Vishnu. Of the lights, I am the radiant sun. Of the Maruts, I am Marichi. Yeah, of the stars, I am the moon. Yeah, so Krishna is telling everything about himself. He is saying, of the Vedas, I am Sam Veda. Of the demigods, I am Indra, the king of heaven. Of the senses, I am mind. And in the living beings, I am the living force. Then he says, of the Rudras, I am Lord Shiva. Of the Yakshas and Rakshasas, I am the Lord of Wealth, Kuvera. Of the Vasus, I am fire. Of the mountains, I am Meru. Then he says, of the sages, I am Bhrugu. Of the vibrations, I am Omkar. Of the sacrifices, I am chanting of the holy names. Of the immovable things, I am Himalayas. Then he says, of the trees, I am banyan tree. Of the sages, among the demigods, I am Narada. Of the Gandharvas, I am Chitrarat. And among all the perfect great beings, I am Sage Kapila. Of horses know me to be Uchishwara, produced during churning of the ocean of nectar. वो कूर्मा होता है ना, जब भी churning हुआ था, तो ये सब निकले थे, horses निकले थे. Of the elephants, I am Airavat. Among the men, I am the Monarch. Of the weapons, I am Thunderbolt. Among the cows, I am Surbhi cow. Of the causes of protection, I am Kandarpa, the god of love. And of the serpents, I am Vasuki. Of many hooded Nagas, I am Anantana. Among the aquatics, I am demigod Varuna. Of the departed ancestors, I am Armaya. Among the dispensers of law, I am Yamraj, the lord of death. Among the Daitya demons, I am the devoted Prahlad. Among the subduers, I am time. Among the beasts, I am lion. Among the birds, I am Garuda. Of purifiers, I am wind. Of the builders of weapon, I am Ram. Of the fishes, I am shark. Of the flowing rivers, I am the Ganges. Of all the creations, I am the beginning and the end, and also the middle, O Arjuna. Of all the sciences, I am spiritual science of the self. And among the logicians, I am the conclusive truth. And so to Krishna, you know, he tells about himself. Yeah, he all tells about himself. See, अगर हम बोलेंगे कि कृष्णा को ही क्यों भगवान मानना चाहिए, so he is telling about himself कि वो कौन है. Yeah, so now you see this picture. Yeah, you see this picture.
Yes.
Yeah, so can you tell me what is happening in this picture? Can someone raise their hand and tell me what is happening in this picture? Yes, Vaishnavi, you raise your hand. Okay, yes, Aishwarya will give. Vaishnavi, you're going to speak, Vaishnavi? Yeah, please speak. I can't hear you, but. No, can't hear you, beta. No. Okay, let us give to someone who has not spoken. Yeah. It's Aishwarya. Okay, yes, Aishwarya. You want to speak?
Mataji, it is showing that Devki and Vasudev can see Krishna as Vishnu roop, is his real roop.
Okay, okay. What else? Yes, Aradhya Khatam. What else can you see? जो देखा है वो repeat मत करो. Yes.
Mataji, Krishna has appeared as the eighth son of Devaki and Vasudeva.
Yes, very nice, very good. What else do you see, Aryan?
Mataji, Lord Krishna has appeared in front of Vasudeva and Devaki in his four-handed form.
Absolutely, very nice, very good. Yes, Chaitanya, what else do you see in this picture?
Mataji, here Krishna is showing his real form to Vasudeva and Devaki, that he is now here to free them from all the demons, and due to the many past good things that they have done in their past lives, he is now here to give them the fruit for that.
Okay, very
Mataji,
good, very nice. Yes, I'll come one by one. Yeah, yes,
Mataji,
Mruda.
Mataji, here is shown that 5,000 years ago, Krishna, as a son of Devaki and Vasudeva, they were in jail. So, as their eighth son, the Krishna appeared, and there was thunderstorm going on.
Okay, very nice. Yes, Manasvi.
Ma'am, Mataji.
Yes, beta.
I want to tell that the Vasudev is seeing his son as a Lord Krishna, and they are surprised to see him.
Okay, very nice. Okay, so last three, four. Now don't raise your hands. We will just hear from all these five. We've already raised their hands. And then we have just 5 more minutes and then we'll end the session. Okay. So just bear with me. Yes, now please don't raise hands. Yes, Viha.
Yes, ma'am. They were happy to see him as when they were in the prison, they left them with they gave them to someone else, and they were happy to see them like that. He is grown and now he is a god.
Okay, very nice. Okay, yes, Dia and Om.
Yes, Mataji, the Devaki is happy to see that Krishna is come to my Krishna is come to my no Mataji.
Krishna has come to their place.
Wait, Mataji, I can.
Okay, you think and let me know. Not a problem. But it is always good to participate, Om. It is nice that you spoke. I'm happy with that. Yes, Aditya. Yes, Aditya, Bali.
Mataji, that Chaturbhuj Vishnu is appeared in the form of Balkrishna as the eighth son of Devaki and Vasudeva.
Yes, very good, very nice. Yes, last is Arya. Arya, since I've given you a chance, I will please excuse me. Yes, Arya.
The baby Krishna became the Lord Vishnu.
Yeah, so it is little ulta. Lord Vishnu becomes baby Krishna. Okay, so very good, Arya. I'm so happy you spoke. So this is about advent of Krishna. So when Krishna appears, he doesn't take birth like all of us, right? He is not in the womb and then he takes birth and then, all these things doesn't happen. So Krishna, he appears. And so Krishna, he came in his four-handed form and then he, became a small baby boy. Yeah. So he became a small baby boy because so that we can express our love to him and he can perform his wonderful pastimes. Yeah. सो अगर वो उग्र रूप जैसे यूनिवर्सल फॉर्म देखा था, अगर उनके सामने देवकी वसुदेव के सामने वैसे कृष्ण आ जाते थे तो देवकी वसुदेव भी डर जाते थे, अरे बाप रे, नहीं जाने दो बाबा. So but Krishna comes in such wonderful form. He's smiling, his nice curly hair, yeah, in this small form with ornaments and all. He's so beautiful. He's looking so beautiful. His skin is like butter. His soft small fingers. So nice tiny nails. Yeah, so he appears in a, yeah, Krishna appeared. So that is how Krishna. So very important point for all of us to note. Why did I bring this point? Why did I bring this point? Is that someone, अभी ये WhatsApp पे ना messages घूमते रहते हैं. Krishna's birth and Krishna's death. Okay. So Krishna doesn't die. Okay, Krishna is not an ordinary living being like us who will, become big and then he'll have gray hair and then he will die. Krishna doesn't die. Krishna doesn't take birth. Krishna appears because he's a Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay. So this is the point I wanted to bring in, that Krishna is not an ordinary person. Yes, Aryan, I see your hand raised. Do you want to say something?
Yes, Mataji. Mataji, from this point, we can also see that Lord Krishna is not an ordinary child. He has come as he took a birth. He was very beautifully, he had beautiful ornaments, and he came in four-handed form. So, Mataji, that is not ordinary. So, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He can do anything, and he's not an ordinary child or man. Person.
Absolutely, absolutely. So can someone remember the regular kids? I don't know whether they really remember or not. This was a shloka which chanted very long back, wherein Krishna says that, those who think that, my activities are not transcendental, they don't consider my activities as ordinary. Yes. You want to recite that shloka, Pranjal?
जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यमेवं यो वेति तत्त्वतः त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नैति मामेति सोऽर्जुन.
Very nice. A big Haribol to Pranjal. So, what Krishna says is, those who think that my activities are, those who do not think that my activities are ordinary activities, my activities are transcendental, they will not fall into the chakki of birth and death, because they know me. Yeah, so that is very important point, and that is why I wanted to bring up this one, that Krishna do not see things as an ordinary person. Yeah. Then what is there next? So Krishna actually, let me show you this video. Krishna, he performs his beautiful pastimes, and last 2-3 minutes, okay, then we are ending. So please bear with me. So Krishna in Gokul, he performs.
Krishna's flute. I can't keep myself from dancing. Come on, Lalita. Come on, Vishaka.
So such very wonderful pastimes Krishna performed, so that we can express our love with Krishna. So with this, we end our session, day 1 of Kartik workshop. So Kartik, why we are calling this Kartik workshop? Why is it so special? Because Kartik month is very dear to Krishna. And Kartik month is very...
Kartik was the name of Krishna.
Yes, Kartik month is very dear to Krishna. And during this Kartik month, Krishna is merciful, merciful. Yeah. So that is why, we had a special session in Kartik. So, yes, Vaishnavi.
माताजी, इस सेक्शन से हमें ये सीखने को मिला कि हम कृष्णा को कैसे फील कर सकते हैं और उसकी भक्ति कर सकते हैं.
Absolutely. Very nice. Yes. So one is, we saw whether God exists. है ना, भगवान है कि नहीं है. कई लोग बोलते भगवान है नहीं, दिखते नहीं है तो भगवान है नहीं. हमने आज वो देखा कि नहीं, भगवान है. Yeah, and he is, so many amazing things are happening in the world which are not happening automatically. It is happening under the governance of Lord Krishna. Second is, can we see Krishna? Yes, of course we can see Krishna, but when can we see Krishna? When we become his devotee. That we saw. Then we also saw that why is Krishna called God? Yeah. So Krishna को ही भगवान क्यों बोला गया है? So then we saw, he showed the, in his mouth, he showed all the universes in his mouth. Then we saw he showed his Vishwaroop to Arjuna. Yeah, and then we saw that, when he took birth, he came in his four-handed form and then took us, form of a small baby. So all these things proves, and Krishna himself says, I am the sun, I am the moon, I am among the mountains, I am Himalayas, I am this, I am that. So he is himself telling about himself. Yeah. So that is how we prove that Krishna is God. So we will end our first session of Kartik workshop and see you for the next session.